Grand Finals. Boo's Stevenator546 versus Ren's Doppy. Game 1 on Shipwreck. Gravy Boat.
3, 2, 1.
The two swords walk onto a boat.
Gravy. Doppy finds Katars, but Stevenator finds the hammer, immediately gets an amazing string, ground pound at the side there, making use of that weapon throw to extend it as long as he can. Doppy answers with a string of his own, however, but misses recovery. Stevenator opting for a ground pound, I feel like that's a mistake, takes himself far off the stage, but maybe he was baiting him. Finds a sidelight into side air, racking up immense damage against Doppy's Asuri.
Doppy also taking out quite a big chunk of Steve's health with those Katars.
Absolutely. Tosses the bomb, dodges through them, goes for his signature punish, but misses. Stevenator using these neutralites to cover the weapon. It's carried.
Doppy finding recovery and the D-Sig. Can he close the stock?
We're going to find out. Stevenator still has his dodge. Excellent use of that weapon throw to be able to stop Doppy from punishing him. Ooh, and gets a D-Light into side air. Will that end the stock? Stevenator is mindful of his recovery.
Misses the side air.
Excellent down air punish on Doppy's mispunish. Ooh. And he goes for a gravy cancel neutral sig that's easily punished by Doppy's ground pound. Doppy takes the first stock.
Creative option, though.
Absolutely. Picks up the spike ball but gets punished by Doppy's amazing spacing with those Katars. Gets hit by the recovery, however, sent into the deep red. Another recovery kill like that might, or another recovery hit
Doppy
like that
back
might kill.
in, taking Stevenator to orange, still on his third stock.
Yeah, Stevenator is struggling to find a move that will kill Doppy at this point. Goes to the ground pound, but that's not going to hit. Goes for these down airs. It's going to take like a D-Light to side air, but Stevenator's in the red. That recovery nearly killed him off the top. There's the side air to end the stock, but Stevenator is quite damaged.
Doppy finds that D-Light. Ends up eating that neutral hammer.
Ooh. Stevenator hitting him with those sidelines. Throws the hammer. Pretty charged, actually. Doppy finding himself in the deep yellow. Excellent neutral light to cover his landing. Stevenator's being incredibly patient. Oh,
ooh, the Katar.
The Katar interrupting Doppy's D-Light into side air.
For Doppy, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm starting to wonder if it's intentional. Because it looks cool, but it doesn't kill. Regardless, Doppy finding himself in the orange, Steve in the deep red. It's not going to take much to end Stevenator's stock. A neutral air nearly ends it. Goes for the
disco.
Goes for the disco, but
no dice.
But what a veil. Stevenator still has the hammer, opting for it oddly enough in this matchup. Goes for the charge side sig, but doesn't land.
Pushed pretty damn hard by that weapon throw. Doppy might opt to just use weapon throws and only throws for the rest of the
In
stock.
an interesting interaction there, Stevenator went for that side sig and Doppy landed with a down air. But Stevenator, recognizing he doesn't have any more jumps, tosses his weapon in Doppy's face and loses his stock. 1-2. Stevenator really wants to make sure that he can end this stock as soon as possible. If he takes orange damage off this stock once again, it's going to be very hard for him to have a chance of winning this game. Finds that neutral light. There's the side air. Will he be able to get the mine?
And the dodge has been blown.
Oof, but he doesn't get the punish. Doppy does a great job of recovering. But still hasn't landed any moves. Will Doppy be able to do something? The hammer throw into the mine kills him off the top. Stevenator makes it back to neutral.
In a most cinematic fashion.
It was
Explosions everywhere.
It was actually really cinematic. Anyways, Stevenator finds the sword, gets the D-Light and a down air, followed by a neutral light. Doppy's trying to get in with his own attacks right now.
Both players just kind of trading in the air.
Yeah, goes to the recovery. Holy shit, Doppy's got a good string going on right now. Carries him all across the map, below, above it, finds the signature.
Hits him with the D-Sig.
And Stevenator's on a jump.
He gets the ground pound.
I think Stevenator can still get back. He does, but Doppy hits the recovery.
The recovery!
Doppy is on fire. He's with these strings right now, but he still makes it back. Stevenator still has a chance to take this game, but it's not going to take many attacks for Stevenator to lose his stock. And there's the recovery, kills him off the top. Game 1 goes to Ren Doppy. What an excellent first match. It'll be interesting to see what Doppy bans out. Black and Thunder. I wouldn't be surprised to see Stevenator go back to Ship.
Me neither. I wouldn't be surprised to see another Ship out here.
But when it comes to Stevenator's counter picks, I feel like he puts a little bit more thought into it, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Twilight or a King's Pass counter pick, along with the character change. There's Twilight, but he doesn't change the character.
Taking that Bodvar.
Here we go. Game number 2, Twilight, Bodvar versus Asuri. Grand Finals.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Stevenator finds the hammer, but Doppy answers immediately with an amazing Qatar string. Goes in, but gets scooped by the hammer. Down light into neutral light.
Taking a huge chunk out of Doppy's health pool.
Yeah. But still, Stevenator's quite damaged from all the damage that Doppy was able to do earlier with the Qatars. Excellent landing with that neutral light to punish Doppy's approach.
Doppy trying to get that Gimp, but ends up coming back to the center stage.
Yeah, Stevenator was going for that Gimp as well with that down signature, but it didn't land, and Doppy ends up getting back. Goes for the side sig,
A little too late from Doppy. Catches the side air, takes the stock off Steve.
Sends him trailing off the bottom of the map, and he's only in the orange. Stevenator's going to really have to mix up his game here. Finds the spike ball, however, and hits him straight in the face. Goes for the bomb, but that doesn't connect. And Doppy starts carrying him across the stage with his recoveries.
Hit by the spike ball, but doesn't take away from Doppy's ferocity at all. Still attacking with those Qatars.
Stevenator opting to go for a weapon throw with the hammer. Doesn't connect, gets punished for it, but hits him with these neutral lights. He has to end the stock now, otherwise he's going to get a huge disadvantage. Doppy does an excellent neutral light punish, however.
Trying to get back on stage, dodges through the ground pound.
And gets scooped off the top of the stage, only at the expense of Stevenator, taking quite a bit of damage.
Orange.
Yeah, goes to the mine to cover the island. It seems like he wants us to sit there for a while. Finds the hammer. Is Doppy going to go for a bomb trade? No, instead fakes it out, catches it, and tosses us off the side of the map. It's not going to take much for Doppy to be able to end this stock here. It's always
getting some pressure out on his own.
Ooh. Did that mine, like, what?
Yeah,
anyways, it looked like it bounced off Stevenator. Anyways,
carrying Doppy off the stage. But now at the ledge himself.
Something that's really cool to see about Doppy's Asuri play, especially with the Qatars, is that he uses moves.
And the side air, take a stock.
Yeah, he uses his moves that allow him to move throughout the map, like the down air and the recovery, to position himself for further attacks.
Yeah, he tiptoes like that incredibly well.
Well, let's see if he'll be able to do that long enough with this stock, because unlike before, Stevenator's not that damaged, and it looks like he's about to confirm the stock to make it go back to 1-1.
And there it is.
The side air to end it, and both players are essentially even. Doppy finds the Qatars once again, but Stevenator gets an amazing D-Light side air combo. Finds the neutral air. Fishing for those D-Lights. Gets it, but he doesn't get the follow-up. Both players are exchanging blows evenly right now.
Doppy repositioning himself with that down air.
Goes for the side light into the side signature.
Picks up the hammer, gets the combo.
Ooh, and he's racking up the damage. Stevenator's damaged right now, but he's got the center stage.
Almost gets the kill right there. Doppy slips out and punishes him for the end stick.
Ooh. Doppy's sitting only at a deep orange right now. Stevenator in the red. Doesn't want to approach, but there's the scoop. Sends Doppy off the top. Disarms him. Will he be able to end the stock? Goes for his side signature weapon toss. That connects, oddly enough. Another scoop. There's the stomp into the side air.
Gets the side air.
Is that the stock?
Doppy going low. And the recovery from Stevenator to take the match.
The horn toss into the recovery to kill Asuri off the top. Stevenator takes game 2. We have an exciting grand finals ahead of us.
Glad you're enjoying your community colors, Zeal.
banning Great Hall and King's Pass. We're going to find out what Doppy decides to pick against Stevenator. Doppy thinking about a stage pick right now.
Thinking about how cool that wooden sword is.
It's pretty cool. What is that from?
I think it's a thatch skin.
Oh, okay. Works out pretty well with that Asuri skin.
Very pretty.
The beep returns. What is that beep?
It's a stopwatch that I can't configure.
Why do you have it near your microphone?
Well, I mean, you know, it's got to be around at all times. You never know when you're going to need to, like, time something.
Well, I can't. I don't have an argument.
Right?
Okay. Here we go. Game 3. I didn't see the match or like the map, but back to Twilight. Interesting. Doppy probably not happy with his previous performance. Here we go. Doppy finds the first weapon. It's the swords. I feel like he's going to toss it aside to look for his Cattars. More swords. He wants nothing to do with that. Stevenator deciding to fight him with his arms.
You're still jabbing away at Doppy.
Yeah. Does a weapon throw into a
combo. Very nice.
Into a jab. Scoops him up for tossing aside his weapon and ends up getting a decent amount of damage with that hammer. Hits him with a side air. Travels too far.
Recovery.
Excellent spot dodge from Doppy that to be able to punish Stevenator from going in too deep, but he's still managing to find these down airs onto Doppy as he stays on the ground.
Doppy fishing so hard for that down air. He does get it, but it's not enough to push Steve out.
Nope. Stevenator's in the red right now, but Doppy's stock is just as dangerous. Gets the neutral sig. Neutral sig into D-sig, followed by a sidelight. Doppy's stock is at risk here. What's Stevenator going to be able to try to do to end the stock? Gets the side air.
Side air.
Caught Doppy reaching for that landmine and punished him accordingly. Excellent conversion from Stevenator, but it's only going to take one quick combo into a recovery for Doppy to even up these stocks. Let's see what Stevenator can do. Well, he gets hit by the combo into recovery, so nothing. Back to even. 2 stocks to 2. It's the down air into the neutral air.
Even though you're trying to find another dare, and he does.
He's actually having no difficulty just taking Asuri off the stage and up above him. Finds his weapon throw
throws
into
the hammer and racks up the damage.
Ooh. Multiple sidelights in a row, followed by a down air. Stevenator's having no difficulty. He's making this hammer look as quick as the Cattars. Goes for the recovery there and gets punished hard by the side air. The gravy cancel sidelight.
Off stage hard.
He went 2 jumps off stage with a gravy cancel sidelight to try to punish Doppy. That's insane. I don't even think that's okay. Anyways, like that's not even good, is it?
Baffled by the plays of Sir Stevenator, Lord of the Swords and Hammers.
Uses the side air to shove Doppy into the side of the stage. Stevenator's got the hammer here, just launching the hammer at him as he blows his horn. Doppy finds the Cattars.
Those Cattars. Can he find the recovery angle?
Something that's so great to be able to see. Wow. The down sig.
Doppy taking the stock, but losing the game.
Doppy deciding that, you know what, if I'm going to lose, at least it's not going to be a 2 stock. Hits him in the air. But, Game 3 goes to Stevenator 2-1 in this best of 5 for Grand Finals. I'm just very pleased to see that Stevenator's finally opting for these weapon throws that I feel like he wasn't doing against other players. And maybe it's because he's respecting how aggressive Doppy is, but regardless, it's refreshing.
3, 2,
Here we go to Shipwreck Falls, Game 4, Grand Finals, Doppy versus Stevenator.
Very nice to see those weapon throw combos with that hammer.
Ooh, immediately going for these neutral lights, but getting hit by Asuri's aerials off the stage.
Yeah, reading the landing and getting the D-light.
Ooh.
Doppy finds the recovery. Stevenator is still laying that pressure on.
Both players sparring with their swords right now, but Doppy wants nothing to do with that. Tosses off the map. Goes for a downer, but gets punished. Stevenator barely whiffing the side signature. Doppy going for a signature of his own. Goes for the neutral light into the recovery, but misses. Stevenator goes for a ground pound and gets punished.
Neck and neck goes for the risky gravy cancel D-Sig. Will it pay off?
Oh!
And a reset.
I just feel like Doppy's willing to take those. Like, something that's interesting that I've never seen from players is that when Stevenator reaches off the stage, they usually try to avoid it. But Doppy's just like, okay, we'll both die. Takes the stock, resets the game 2-2. Doppy currently fighting Stevenator right now. Stevenator trying to get those neutral sword lights or just a D-light or something to get into a combo. Finds the D-light into the ground pound.
Lands on Doppy.
Excellent coverage. Was able to toss that weapon into a hammer to continue the combo. Another D-light in the side air.
Sword trying to carry Doppy off.
Still though, despite all the amazing conversions that Stevenator is getting, he's still taking more damage than Doppy is.
Right.
Lands with that downer, being able to punish him.
Gets the D-Sig and sends Doppy flying.
Wow, Doppy still in the orange when Stevenator went for that signature. Finds the mine, however, lobs it upwards, finds the Catars, but Stevenator's just punishing him for all of these attempts to approach. So many weapons right now.
Explosive kill right here.
There was like 3 to 4 gadgets on the ground there, but Stevenator finds him with that downer, tosses him up, but misses the neutral air combo. This is Doppy's stock to take. Ooh, both players barely spacing around each other's options, but the D-Light decider sends Stevenator off the stage. Will he chase him or will he stay on stage? He does.
Decider takes the stock off Steve.
Stocks are pretty even once again. Doppy only barely into the yellow. Stevenator opting to punch the air. I feel like he wanted to grab that weapon.
Doppy dive kicking into the mine.
I feel like that dive kick was meant to send Stevenator into the mine. But regardless, he ends up taking that damage himself and finds himself in a deep orange.
Gets away from the side sig from Stevenator. Trying to find a string. Trying to change the pressure here. Picks up the hammer. I'm starting to think that might be his comfort weapon as opposed to the sword.
Especially in this matchup, that's what I'm noticing. He's making these hammer strings look like they're confirmed. Goes for a stop into a down air, but nothing's quite working out. Stevenator's having trouble getting in right now. He's taking a lot of damage. Doppy only needs one quick combo into a recovery. Barely misses it, but gets the side air, sends Stevenator off the stage.
Capitalizes on that window from the D-Sig.
Ooh, the sword barely clips Stevenator. He wasn't paying attention. Doppy's doing everything that he can to keep Stevenator off the stage, but still, he manages to find his way back on. Goes for the sword here, just trying to deny every weapon that he can. He wants that recovery. Stevenator finally finds his weapon. He's only gonna
find another D-Sig.
It's only gonna take 2 hammer hits right now to end Doppy's stock. Doppy? Doppy.
No Doppy, Doppy.
Stevenator goes for the signature. Both players just trying to get in. Stevenator gets that, but he goes for a very...
Catches the D-Sig, takes the game from Steve.
And very risky neutral signature from Stevenator. I almost want to say it was a mistake, but regardless of whatever it was, Doppy punished it, and goes to Game 5 of Grand Finals. Will Doppy take Gravy Cancel Sunday, or will Stevenator encourage a bracket reset? We're going to find out. This is the final game of this set. Doppy bans out Black and Thunder Guard, and we go back to Twilight, the map that Stevenator was having so much success on. Here we go, Game 5 of Grand Finals.
Three, two, one, brawl!
Both players finding weapons immediately, but Stevenator is the one that's landing the hits.
Up with the scoop combo.
Doppy wants nothing to do with it. Tosses his sword at him, hits him with an unarmed, and finds the Catars, his comfort weapon of choice. But still, these D-lights, or these D-airs and the neutral airs are fantastic from Stevenator.
They put out so much damage. And he executes them so reliably.
Not to mention that it puts his enemy in a position where he wants them, which is above him. Still, though, Doppy manages to land, gets the neutral light, but doesn't find the recovery kill. Still, getting these down airs and racking up the damage.
keeping the pressure on Stevenator with those Catars, and he finds a D-Sig into a weapon throw, into a side air, first stock from Stevenator.
Absolutely excellent spacing with that signature, just being barely outside of Stevenator's neutral light hitbox to carry Stevenator off the stage and kill him for the first stock. Doppy right now, trying to get in with these Catars. He's got an advantage. Any damage that he can get right now is just his. Stevenator trying to get these neutralized to deal with one of Doppy's down air approaches, but it's not working. Doppy's spacing's too good.
The side sig catches Doppy on the tail, sends him off the map.
And Stevenator barely took any damage, despite such an impressive string from early on. This game might as well be even. Doppy going with the down airs right now. Finds the Catars for once. Honestly,
maybe putting Doppy back into the game with those Catars.
Yeah, absolutely.
That seems to be the center of his playstyle.
Something that's interesting that I feel like Sword users want to try to do is use that neutral light to cover, you know, the landing and the options taken by Catar players. But Doppy does such a great job.
Doppy finding another D-Sig. He is a monster with those.
He does such a great job of being able to get in with his down airs around the maneuvers that Stevenator is opting for. But there's the down air. Is that going to kill him off the top? Finds the bomb. Is he going for the trade? He does, and both stocks are removed.
And sudden death.
Both players are on their last stock of the set. That's something that Doppy seems to opt for quite often. It's just like, if he's off stage, he's got a bomb, screw it, let's take both of our stocks, get the reset. Doppy pulls in the horn, Stevenator miss spaces against him and ends up finding himself taking a lot of damage. Another neutral light, but he misses the recovery follow-up. Stevenator needs to find something to do to change this up. And he does. Gets a sidelight in the side air, but still, he's taking more damage than he's giving out.
Oh, is Steve gonna come back from this?
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like that. Wow, D-light into side air. Into another side air, carries him off the stage with that sidelight. He's racking up the damage, but it's still not as much as he's taken. Doppy goes for a very risky signature, and he gets
gravity canceled D-Sig from Stevenator. Surprised it didn't kill.
Absolutely, but it did definitely do one thing, which is rack up the damage. Is Stevenator going to be able to end this stock? Or is Doppy going to be able to take it home?
Catars.
I'm afraid that Doppy wants to go for a signature right now, and that's not what he should be looking for. He should just be looking for a light.
And he gets caught by the N6, Stevenator, taking the set.
What an excellent reversal N6 from Stevenator. He ends up encouraging a bracket reset. We're going to have another best of 5. Bracket reset, best of 5. Let's go. Alright. We've got more Brawlhalla for you guys today, and I'm excited about these matches too. Because they're pretty exciting. They're very close.
Neck and neck with these two players.
Unfortunately, I don't have a way to indicate the fact that this is a bracket reset. I need to update the bracket myself. Alright, here we go. While these guys do their initial banning, I'm making sure I'm updating the challenge bracket for all of you. Wait, that shouldn't have happened. Alright, there we go. Yeah, okay, we got the bracket reset. So if anybody wants to check out the challenge bracket now, it's completely updated. Best of 7, please? No, I think we're good with a best of 5. Why is there another best of 5, Nabbit asks? It's because Stevenator came from the losers bracket. Doppy was came here all the way through the winners bracket. If Doppy loses, Doppy gets another shot of being able to take grand finals. Why was Steven losers? Lost to, I believe he lost to Straight to the Point Wilson. Regardless, we're going into
Game 6.
Game 6. Game 1, Game 6. Either way, it's another game. King's Pass, oddly enough, is being decided on by Stevenator.
I'm really interested in seeing if this changes Doppy's playstyle at all with his Katars.
Alright. Both players playing around the mine right now, but Stevenator's taking way more damage.
Doppy back with a vengeance, already taking Stevenator to orange stock.
Ooh.
Stevenator flipping it on Doppy.
That gravy canceled down state to cover a jump from Doppy, but Doppy doesn't jump into it. That was an insane exchange of moves from the center of the stage. Goes
Finds the D-Sig!
The sliding
And the
D-Sig no
scoop!
much. Sends Doppy off the top of the stage. Gets hit by the sidelight. He has a mine. Is Doppy going to be able to get back? He does, but he gets hit by the recovery. All this lead that Doppy was able to pick up was just completely destroyed by 3 great reads from Stevenator's hammer. Both players going for ground pounds in the center of Team
Playing the
Pass.
recovery and the D-Sig takes the first stock off Stevenator.
And kills him off the side of the map. If there's anything that I've seen between these two players, it's that most likely Doppy's not going to be able to hold on to the
Stevenator,
stock
all
for
from
long.
holding a neutral unarmed Sig, is brought to yellow at the edge, getting
Carried.
comboed by Doppy.
He got carried off by 3 downers in a row, but all it took was 1 recovery to kill Doppy off the top, and Stevenator finds himself only in hard yellow.
Soft orange.
Ooh. Finds the weapon toss. Doppy tries to get a weapon toss of his own, finds this swords and gets an amazing D-light.
It's a
decider
spike
combo.
ball.
Another spike ball toss? Stevenator's struggling
Doppy
right
tries to
now.
secure the kill with the recovery. Stevenator saying no.
Finally finding some damage of his own. That entire stock, Stevenator almost didn't land a single move, but there's another downer to scoop him upwards. Misses the neutral light combo over.
Stevenator goes for the D-Sig, gets punished, and the side air for the kill. 1 more stock on Stevenator.
Yeah, only this time Doppy's not in the red, he's in the orange. He's got a solid lead over Stevenator here. He's going to need a little bit more hard reads off of these King's Pass platforms to be able to get an advantage. Finds the ground pound. Will he be able to launch Doppy into the mine?
Stevenator going for the quick kill, doesn't find it. Doppy out, then you go to the other side of the map.
Doesn't want anything to do with Stevenator in that part of the map.
Stevenator going for that neutral air, but Doppy responding with his down air. Ends up in a sword combo.
Ooh.
Nice
the
recovery. 2 recoveries, almost 3.
Reaches for the 3rd one. Doppy's not finding too much damage, but what he is finding is not losing his stock. Stevenator's trying to do the best that he can. And
Looking for that. He gets a scoop.
yeah,
I was
but
thinking side air, but he got the scoop.
yeah, only after taking orange amount of damage from Doppy. Doppy finds the swords, hits him with the sidelight. Stevenator doing his best to win off in this neutral, but Doppy's just winning out on the trades. Both players going for D-lights, but Doppy's the closest one to respond. Stevenator still hasn't gotten any damage up.
Gonna take something else and get back in the game for Steve.
No, definitely. Finds the D-light downer, gets the sword
And he's
combo.
doing something real awesome. Gets the string, but Doppy with a down sig takes Steve out for the first
About
game.
a 5-hit combo there, accompanied with a weapon throw into some unarmed stuff, but all it took was 1 poor landing from Stevenator for Doppy to end the stock with a signature and take game 1 of the bracket reset in Grand Finals. Let's see what they agree to here.
Interesting to see Twilight off of the maps here.
Stevenator struggling to decide on a map. I think he wanted to go to Twilight. Instead picks Great Hall. We're seeing a great diversity of maps between these two players.
I feel like they're kind of poking at each other, trying to find a map that one of them struggles on.
No character swap. Stevenator remaining on Bodvar. Bodvar. Asuri. Here's the Great Hall. Game 2. Grand Finals. Both players attempting to fight each other right now in unarmed neutral. Stevenator finds the first weapon, however. Doppy tries to respond in kind and finds the sword. I feel like he's got to toss that aside really quickly, though, and look for those Katars. Maybe not.
Stevenator throwing his weapon away. Not the best decision at a soft orange.
Absolutely not. Doppy's just landing these neutral lights over and over again, racking up much more damage with the sword than I expected.
Goes for the D D-Sig doesn't catch anything, but Stevenator not there to punish.
Ooh, misses one of his neutral air landings, and Stevenator punishes the down line to a down air. That's risky. The Stevenator, tried to carry it off.
The ledge.
He didn't get a conversion, but I saw the idea with that D-Light combo. He just didn't get as much off of it as he wanted to. I feel like it would have been
Doppy
better.
getting the neutral air to take the stock off Steve. Doppy's sitting at yellow.
Yeah, Doppy barely took any damage that stock.
Very clean stock for him.
Stevenator has the hammer right now, but Doppy's just figured out.
Going back in front and in back of Stevenator, hitting him with a neutral sword.
It's just neutral light over and over again. He's just figured this out.
And the gravy cancel neutral sig to take the second stock off of Stevenator. Doppy's still sitting comfortably at yellow.
Stevenator didn't even hit him that stock. Doppy just completely destroyed him with a flurry of neutral lights, and it's happening again. He's just going left and right, behind and in front of Stevenator, and hitting him with these neutral lights. There it is again.
The one-man black hole.
Doppy recognizing, screw the Catars, I have got a sword, and it's good. like, yeah. Jeez. Stevenator tosses aside his own sword,
It's
gets a hammer,
scoop.
and then falls him off the side light. I don't think
Doppy trying to find that window for that downlight kill, but Stevenator's probing for that decent. What? There.
I mean,
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day, but Doppy goes to the side.
Doppy with the D-Sig to close
And that's
the
a 3-stocking Stevenator for game 2. What an interesting exchange. I almost feel like Doppy discovered how to fight Stevenator's Bodvar with the sword. Like, he just recognized, if I just stand here and cover all of Stevenator's landings with his neutral light, I'm never going to get hit. A solid 3-stock from Doppy.
Did not see that coming. Been pretty competitive. I mean, that was just a landslide for Doppy.
Yeah, but Doppy had some very interesting options. Like, when he was on the ledge there, and he got that gravy cancel signature that sent Stevenator below the stage, that was something I never could have expected, because he rarely uses signatures. But here we go. I believe they agreed to ship, and this is Game 3 of Best of Finals. Or Best of Finals, Grand Finals. Jesus. Here we go. Weapon spawn in favor of Doppy, but Stevenator ends up getting the unarmed combo. Doppy returning with his own. Stevenator finds a hammer, and he's getting carried off the stage. Here's Doppy with that sword again. Let's see if he spams as many neutral lights as we saw from before.
Doppy getting Steve to orange. Picks up the Catars and starts going to town. Steve with red goes for the side sig and it whiffs.
Ooh, the bomb lob.
Almost.
Stevenator, I think he recovers here. Doppy ends up going for a
little bit longer.
A really specific signature punish that doesn't end up working out, and Stevenator finds himself back on stage despite the amazing conversions from Doppy early on. It's unarmed into 2 hammer side airs. Is that the stock?
The side airs to Doppy.
But Doppy has enough jumps to be able to recover high. He finds the scoop,
Gets
however.
the scoop.
Ooh, dodges into the Valkyrie. I believe that's a mistake, and Doppy looks to punish Stevenator's recovery very easily
Side air.
with his side air, ending that stock off. A little anticlimactic. But Doppy finds the swords, goes for the neutral lights, but Stevenator punishes with some neutral lights of his own. Doppy not nearly in as much of a lead as he was last game.
Not at all.
Stevenator goes for that ground pound, but Doppy's space is just barely to the right of it.
Doppy with the Catars again, and that D-Sig he loves so much.
Oh, and he almost comboed it into the Valkyrie as well. But Stevenator finds that side air and ends the stock, only taking up to orange damage. There's the bomb, not ending the stock, but somehow landing without getting Doppy taking any damage
trying
himself.
to cover the landing and take Steve out.
Ooh.
Steve gets a few jabs in.
But he misses
Doppy
the...
with D-Sig.
Yeah, he missed that hammer. He wanted to get that hammer back after he tossed it aside, but it despawned in time. Stevenator jumping around Doppy right now, but Doppy punching the fact that Stevenator went for the spike ball. I don't even think he should be going for stuff like that right now. He's just making his approaches too obvious. Doppy just spot dodged from the down
off
air,
the boat.
and Light side aired him for the easy kill. Doppy's got a solid 1 stock lead.
Stevenator picks up the mine, goes for the throw, doesn't catch Doppy with it. Doppy refusing to be knocked into the mine, and Stevenator carrying him off.
Oh, goes to the bomb to be able to cover the lower option. And gets the recovery, but Doppy's stock isn't ended. Stevenator could end this really quickly. Wow, Doppy doing an excellent job with his Catars, tossing him aside preemptively, knowing Stevenator would go for the weapon. Punched him, took the weapon from him, and takes advantage of the stock. This went from being white to red to almost an even stock.
And he finds a side air for the kill.
Alright, stocks are 1-1 right now. Doppy having incredible patience right there. Stevenator going for a D-Light to punish the fact that Doppy might try to pick up a weapon, but he just waited.
Such an important decision, just to note.
Ooh.
I believe that patience may be game-winning. Are we going to see recovery?
Goes to the ground pound. I would have rather have seen a Gravy cancel disco. But
You
alas.
always get what you want.
Goes for the signature, but I feel like he's going to get really punished for that one. Stevenator gets the downlight side air, but ends up going for a signature and
Catches
gets
the side air himself. Throws his sword, throws the ball, throws his fist, and takes the best of 5.
A haymaker to end Stevenator's stock and tournament life. Despite the bracket reset,